up ahead of day. All right, so I'm going to share our monitor too. Okay, so what you need to do is go to computer, go to properties. I right-clicked and went to properties of the computer. Now, you know what? I don't have the 10 loaded up either. I should be doing this on 10 so you can see it. But basically what you want to do is you want to go and modify environment variables. This is the problem right here in your environment variables. Currently, it's set to C %, user profile, %, whatever, right? It's currently set to use a user-specific profile. But what that does is it limits the amount of far-reaching memory available to the applications that want to execute. Okay. It was a problem back in the days, and I would want to say that it was Windows XP with this problem we saw, and we needed to modify the system variables in order to be able to do that. But this is one of the things that I generally do on the computer to try to tweak it and make it and give it the performance that a user is going to want. Allow applications to have the most amount of temp space. Now, there's risk to this. Some programs are just hogs. They want to eat everything, you know. So, you know, you need to be aware of it, be aware of your temp files, and run some of the utilities that I'm going to show you today, and you'll be fine. Now, I'm giving you that advice, and while I'm saying that, I'm going to add a caveat. I've not tested it and done it. It's the third, fourth time that I've heard somebody describe the issue. In describing the issue, I find common denominators in their descriptions, and as a result of that, I come to the conclusion, based on their observations, that is the issue. It's not able to create that memory as it needs to. Okay. I got to tell you, anybody that is paying for cable, you know, I've got, I don't really watch TV much. I have all of my screens assembled in an individual area so that I can see all of my computers, the 8 screens here. One of them happens to be a monitor, and they're all the same size, right? And so I see it. Well, so I don't pay for cable TV. I got an HD antenna, and that gives me, you know, again, you know, probably 60 channels of garbage. But one channel that I happen to love and watch every single Sandbox that's always on is Bounce TV. And there's this young sister, and there's this show called Culture Click, and they go through animals and just different things in Africa, and it's just, yeah. And that Cosby kids come on, man, look, this is how I live. This is how we live this life. All right. So should I wait? It's only 10 o'clock now. I'm going to wait and let some other people get in here because what I don't want to do is have them miss anything that we're going to do today. I'm rapidly uploading things that I plan to give you today. And so some of those things are not really going to be relevant to today. They're just things I want to give you. But one I definitely want you to have today is real antivirus. All right, I'm going to see. Greetings. Who was that that just joined? Where is Symantec? I'm just uploading a few things. I guess we can go ahead and get started. Where is semantic? Give me 1 second. Semantic endpoint. Endpoint. Storage. Oh, it is on the G drive. Okay. Endpoint. Nice. All right. So, how many people we got in here? Not many. I don't want to start dropping stuff, right, before people get in. So let's give it a couple minutes. But I will, okay, so maybe I'll tell you a couple of things. I'm going to put you on hold 1 second. I'll come right back. Again, I'm uploading some things, and we're going to get it in. We're going to get it popping. We're going to learn how this thing works. Nobody else has come? Yo, I'm chomping at the bit. Wait a second. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I see y'all chatting it up. Okay. So, first and foremost, the number one area in IT is security. Let's think about it. The one thing that we can say with great certainty is these some scared people, right? So security is the number one area in IT. There is no ceiling to the amount of money that you can make in security. The company that I work for manages email security, and our customers are everyone. Yo, I mean, wait a minute. I seen, oh man, yo, I seen names of company of organizations that, you know, I'm like, oh man, this is the beast right here, man. Bilderberg. I mean, yo, like, yeah, everyone. Security. The Olympics, the London Olympics were our customer. Everyone, our customer. Okay. So security is the place that has no ceiling. Okay? So is that just paranoia and unfounded? Is there no reason for security to be the number one area or focus of all organizations? It's the number one. It is where the most money is spent in security. Okay? So is that unfounded? Not necessarily. I will say that up to this point, the only malicious cyber attack that has ever occurred in the world came from the United States to Iraq. And what they did was they wrote instruction, they wrote code to one of the nuclear, uranium, it was a uranium enrichment machine, right? And there was, what they did was they wrote code that made a certain set of bearings within this machine think that they could spin faster than what they actually could. And the difference or the change was so minute that it couldn't be detected. And the effect of it was not instantaneous. It was a mathematical equation that said, okay, by this wobbling a fraction of a millimeter every fraction of a millisecond, it would multiply over time and have a given effect. And so it did. And it debilitated their machine, and they couldn't figure out how to make it work again. And that was the only real malicious instance of cyber attack that exists. Okay? So where you see governments and like that, yeah, they got all kinds of secrets and lies and all the rest of that, and they got to hide. And everyone's trying to get into each other's stuff. And, I mean, that's constant, right? And they have to put safeguards in place. And, it's like a relationship. Whoever's standing there talking about you cheating, that's probably the person that's cheating, So they're pointing fingers at people in different countries because this is the stuff they're doing, So there's that. But when we get down to the user level, okay, where we get down to the organization, where the boots are on the street, is there concern? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Your computer, not just your computer, but 95% of the computers that you are going to find that have a problem today, that problem is user-oriented. That's right. It's because of you. The computer problems that you're having are your problems. It's your habit. It's the things that you do that are causing it to no longer perform the way that it should. Knowing that means that 95% of the computers that you will encounter. Hello? Knowing that means that 95% of the computers that you will encounter, you can count on the fact that you can make them faster. Necessarily, right? Knowing that 95% of the problems on a computer are user-based, ID10T. If you write down, and this is one of the things that we tend to, in IT, you hear it a lot. You hear different kinds of things. And ID10T, if somebody asks what the problem was, and it's a non-technical user and they don't really, we'll say it was an ID10T problem. Well, if you write down ID10T and read it, yeah, you'll see what that means. ID10T. So we find that the majority of the computers are not afflicted by bad hardware, by bugs, by problems with the operating systems. They are afflicted by users. Okay? So what we have to do is know the ways, know the solutions to solving those problems. Okay? So what we're going to do is, I think I have, what I'd like everybody to do is go to, and I'm going to walk through with everybody, Glary Utilities. I'm going to paste this into the room, and I want everybody to download that. Now, you have these companies: Symantec, Kaspersky, Panda. You've got people. You have Avast. You've got all of these different. Anyone, name what you have right now. McAfee on your computers. What have you got on your computers today? This is an interactive class. Don't make me name call. Don't get me to name calling. Norton, you got on your computer. All right. What else? Everybody, don't lie. I know you got stuff on your computer. We're here to heal you and make you well. Trust and believe. Tell me what you got. You got nothing. This dude just out there, huh? You just out there, man. Look. All right. So here's the fact. Avast, yeah. Here's the fact. There were 2 products made every year, every cycle. It's even faster than a year. They're coming out with their products and updates and like this even faster than a year. But there were 2 products. One of them, in the case of the most widely used antivirus product, one of those products is called Microsoft Essentials. It's killing your machine. Okay. One of them is called Norton Antivirus. In the case of the #1 product. Okay. The Norton Antivirus is for consumers. Okay. It's for you to buy. $49.99. They're going to keep you updated. They're going to, it's going to be real easy. When it's about to expire, you just put your credit card back in, and it keeps protecting you forever. Right? Okay. Well, the Norton product that is designed for consumers is nothing. It does nothing for you. In fact, it performs on your computer and behaves on your computer like the very virus that you're trying to avoid. It's got pop-ups. It's got things that keep you from being able to do what you want. It's slowing your machine down. It's loading into your RAM. It's all over your system. It's acting like the very virus that we're trying to avoid. It's a garbage product. It was never meant to be a product. It's thrown out there for the sheep, and the sheep eat it up. Okay? Then they come out with another product. This is every year. Every year they come out with another product. And that product is called Semantic. Whenever they use the word Norton, that means not the real people, right? Norton is for the sheep. When they use the word Semantic, Semantic is for business, okay? Semantic endpoint protection, that's real. Norton is for the sheep. Okay? And every company does this. There is a consumer product, which is, again, feeding the sheep. And then there's the real product. That is the corporate product. And that one is the one that you want to have. Now, before you get to installing, you can, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I'm going to install the Galera utilities. First, I'd like to get everybody downloading this. And that is Semantic Endpoint. That's coming from my drive. That is, I don't know how much it is, $2,000 antivirus. It will never expire. It will never ask you for a serial number, and it will protect your system forever. It is the last antivirus that you will ever need. I want you to remove any other antivirus that you had. Somebody said they had malware bites. Keep the malware bites. I want you to remove any other antivirus that you have ever had on your computer. I want you to take the Semantic Antivirus. Greetings to you, Alita. I'm going to paste this back in the room again.
Thank you.
Absolutely. This is Semantic Antivirus. I explained to them that there are 2 products that are released every year by the major antivirus companies. One product is called Norton, and that's for the sheep. That's for the people that don't really know that they're not getting any protection. The only thing they're getting is, you're catching the boots. And the other product is called Semantic. The Semantic product is a real product. It is actual protection. It is a good product. Okay. The Semantic is for corporate world. They use that at Fidelity. They use that at in banks and like that. Okay. They'll never use Norton Antivirus because Norton Antivirus is for you. It's for the sheep. It's for the non-professionals. It's for the people that don't know any better, who are going to spend that $49 every year. Okay. So you have left the place where you are a consumer. You are now a producer. You stepped into the A+ Echo training. You are now a producer. This is what I expect to be. Okay. So there are going to be these tools, and what I was explaining to the class, and I've recorded. Did I start recording? I started recording. So any amount of time that you might have missed, we're going to go back because I don't want to recap. I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over, but 95% of the problems that you will find on a computer, any computer and every computer that you go to anywhere on Earth, 95% of the problems are user-generated issues. It is their habits. It's the things they click on. It's the way they use it. It's the places they go. It's the way in which, and people are really base. They see things twinkle over on the side, and they got to say, "Ooh, what's that?" It's yeah, and they got you. Confused by the bright lights, you get flushed into the net, and that is what causes people to have machines that are not running very well. Okay, so the first thing that I gave you was the semantic endpoint. I gave you that first because it's going to take a while to download. I wanted everybody to go to the GlarySoft site. I'm going to put that back in the room again so you can copy the link. I'm sorry, just click on the link, and we're going to download this together. All right? We're going to download now. Yeah. See this, all that. Only thing I need is right there, that executable. So this can go away. See that X? Get rid of it. Here's my download. Now, only because I know exactly what I'm downloading, I'm going to choose to open it. Generally, I would say show in folder. Now, when you get the semantic endpoint installed, it'll be a lot better because even if you were to open that, if it was malicious, semantic's going to catch it. Okay. So in this case, you get it downloaded. We're going to open it. Absolutely, we're going to run. That's what I meant to do. When you do installations, here's another one. Let me bring this over. When you do installations, always customize the installation. If there is an opportunity for you to customize it, yeah, because you are not on the, yeah. Yep, let me get one of them open. When we in Elite Mojo, yeah, GlarySoft. What I'll do is I will create a, yeah, I'll create an individual document for that. What do you mean you don't see anything, James?
All I see is like a dark black screen inside where the pictures should be.
Same here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about now?
Still the
Same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just install. I agree. Next.
In the chat section, we see, in the chat section, I see links.
Yeah, that's, I wanted you to click those links and get those things.
Okay.
But you were seeing my screen. It's because I'm doing the install, I think.
Oh.
You all saw me going right up to the point where I got the install, right?
I haven't seen it from the beginning.
You haven't seen anything from the beginning?
No, sir.
Anybody else?
No. I wasn't here in the beginning. I didn't say anything.
I'm seeing something come up now. Mojo, Sandbox.
Yep. And now,
there it is.
you see the screen?
Yeah, I see it now.
Everybody else? Can everybody see the screen? Yeah? Okay. So I downloaded Glary Utilities.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? And did everybody see the link to go get Glary Utilities and download it?
Yeah.
All right. So you downloaded Glary Utilities, right? And you can just scan for issues. This is a great tool. And now let me explain something to you. When you go to a computer store, I used to work in what is called an MSP, or Managed Service Provider. No, do not do the customer experience improvement. This is why we want to customize and look at every install that we ever do. This is where they get you. They put stuff, they say, hey, we're going to install, what is that? Bing toolbar for you. And we're going to install this toolbar for you and that thing for you. No. I came to get one thing. I'm a very, very clear man. I came to get one thing. I didn't want to come away with friends. What is this, a Beijing brothel? No, no, no. You want to customize every install. You want to make sure that exactly what it was that you came to get is the only thing that you got. Okay? Otherwise, it's going to hurt. That's one of them things. I'm going to tell you, that's the easiest thing. It's the easiest way to identify a bad user. First of all, they're all bad, okay? We hate users. No, I'm sorry. But you know what? They are the bane of our existence. They do not understand it. I've done, and so it was that was really related to the MSP story. When users come in with their computers come in and they're explaining it. They want to take a half an hour to tell me what's going on with the computer. And I'm like, okay, you listen, you give them the time. It installed before you said not to. That's all right. Don't you worry. That's okay. So the users will come in with their computers, and they'll explain what their problem is, and they'll take great detail in doing so. I kind of, for the most part, know what the issue is before they stepped in. Okay. And so they get in, and the first thing that I'll do is I'll see if I can boot into Windows. If I can boot into Windows, and as you go through class, you're going to start to understand some of these other things that I'm going to say. If I can boot into Windows, then I'm just going to go into Windows. I'm going to take these and the things that I'm giving you and the things that I'm going to show you today, you should have on A, a thumb drive, B, in your Google Drive so that you can access it from anywhere in the world. And you should remember these things that I'm telling you to download. Again, it's 4 or 5 things, and these 5 things will solve 95% of the problems that you will encounter on any computer. Okay? 1 is glare utilities. What it's done is it's going, and you do not generally want anything to look inside of your registry and make any changes. However, I've found glare utilities to be extremely good and stable. Okay? And it will remove and keep your registry clean. Shortcuts, whether or not shortcut has, so you've deleted something and a shortcut exists somewhere on the system, that slows your computer down. Spyware, right? Tracks eraser, this allows the actual deletion of free space so that it cannot be recovered, right? Which is a very slow process if you select it. Temporary files, it'll clean them, and your startup manager, right? And so it's going to look through all of these things, and you can repair those problems. 2 clicks. Done. Right? Okay. So that's glare utilities. Everybody feel free. Run that on your computer now. We can look into some of the advanced tools. Okay. In the cleanup repair, you can do a disk cleanup, and it will look for free space, and it will remove garbage, temp files, log files, and like that. Okay. But in the quick one-click maintenance, it ran, for the most part, all of this kind of stuff. Optimize and improve. This will look at your startup. And you can see those things that are starting up every single time you start your computer. Do they need to start up? Probably not. I know how to start Skype if I need it, right? Mine's is actually fairly clean. My guess is that the majority of yours is not as clean. I visit this regularly. Oh, yeah, I torrent, you torrent, we all torrent. It's like ice cream. I try my best, you know, in the classes, there's generally 2 or 3 people that understand what a torrent is. And it's a very difficult thing to try to tell someone, you know, how to use it, because the majority of it is viruses. You click the wrong thing in torrents, you're going to get a virus. There's no gray area. Exactly. And that is what I can't teach you, how to trust a torrent. The only reason I know how to trust a torrent is because I've been doing it for years. I know where I'm going to get it from. I know what they're going to pop up with and all that garbage. All of that, how they try to get you, you know. And I get, nah, the comments ain't going to tell you nothing. It's the servers that you click on. But I do want you to pay attention, because these items in your startup are all taking system resources. They are slowing your machine down. Even those things that you may not necessarily be using. Adobe ARM Updater. Why do I need Adobe to update? Passwords on Norton. What passwords? What you been giving Norton, man? Hey, bro. Get rid of it all. The sister asked you to get rid of McAfee. Get rid of it all. All of it. It's garbage. But wait a minute. What passwords you been giving to Norton, man? What you talking about, bro? James, I ain't gonna let you go. Facebook passwords in Norton? It's got a password keeper or something? Yeah, that mean they keeping it and giving it to somebody else, man. I'm not playing with Norton, man. Don't get him nothing. I don't. No, we must not trust these folks. None of them. Anybody watch the movie Malcolm X? Jamaican Archie said to him, "Don't you never write nothing. Don't write it down, man. Keep it in your head. It's gonna keep your mind tight too. No, don't write it down. Don't get a man nothing." So we're looking at our startup programs. Minimize this stuff. It does not need to start up. Rose, certainly, and you should look through this. A lot of the stuff that's starting on your machine, you know how to start it. Your printer, when you want to print, you know how to print, right? Now, I've got a lot of system resources. So my torrent start up automatically because I might have turned off my computer and I was downloading something. So I want that to start, right? My Skype, I use that for work. And so I want them to think I'm always at the computer, so I leave my Skype on, right? But the rest of it is very slim. I don't need everything starting up. I can start my programs when I need to start my programs. What they do is they try to make this so very convenient for you. The problem is every convenience is stealing resources. So when you go to do the things that you want to do, you don't have the resources to be able to do it because of all the convenience. Right? And so now I look at my startup programs. I've only got 7. I look at my scheduled tasks. The hell is this scheduled task? That's fine. API agent, that's okay. Internet time, that's right. Okay. So, yeah, my scheduled tasks are, for the most part, all legit. A lot of these are system tasks. Okay, so you don't really need to. You don't really need to check those. Plugins. You don't need to touch that. Application services. Not now. I'm going to suggest you don't touch that. Windows services, yeah. So let's just do only your startup programs. You don't need to touch any of the rest of that right now. Okay. This is on a very basic level. Yes. So, and that's why, James, you're jumping ahead. Yes. We're going to hide. Yes. Okay. So, how do you know what to get rid of? You look it up. Once upon a time, when I began in computers, we didn't have Google, right? You needed to know off the top of your head everything, right? That's not the case anymore. And in jobs, you know what? You know what they expect? Look it up. They expect you're not supposed to know it all. There is no one that does know it all. And if they say they do, they're a jackass, okay? What is most important is that when you don't know, you have the ability to find out. You have the resourcefulness to be able to find out sift through those things that are rabbit trails, come to a concrete conclusion, and implement that solution. That is what is valuable. It's adaptability, right? Remember, the roaches and the dinosaurs lived simultaneously. One was huge, one was slight. One exists today, and the other does not. Right? It is adaptability. And so you need to be able to find those resources. So look it up. If you got a question about it, don't remove it. Look it up. Figure it out. Okay? There are no shortcuts to this game, but if you go slowly and you figure it out, trust and believe, it changes everything. Everything. Okay, so I'm going to close up the Startup Manager and the Galera Utilities. The next thing that I'm going to tell you to let's go get, we've now got Galera Utilities. I'm going to close that up. That's installed and running. The next thing that I'm going to tell you to go get, oh yeah, you can. You can download simultaneously. Elita, if you click, there's a send to box, and right now you're sending to just me. Everybody can't see what you type. So if you click that drop down, change it to everyone. That way everybody can see. Yes, they can download at the same time. I'm going to put you on hold 1 second. I want you all to do the same thing that you see me doing in my browser. Peer block. Okay, let's click into peer block. And then we're going to go to the downloads page. Nice. Peer block 1.2 we're going to take. Everything that I'm giving you today, that I'm showing you, that we're downloading aside from the endpoint, is free. Okay. And where is their download link? January 6th. All right, go down to the 1.1. See where it says get it here? Click that, and there is the peer block download. Okay? Everybody get to that place. I'm going to put you on hold 1 second. I'll be right back. Rose, don't install it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is snowing crazy out here. I don't mind. Oh, really? You can still hear me? All right. So, yeah, that's my mute on. Oh, yeah, you said that private, but my mute on my on the headset doesn't work. I have to mute the WebEx for it to actually mute. So we downloaded the peer block. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
So what peer block does is it spoofs your IP address. So we're going to open that file, and let's get the install going. What it does is it spoofs your IP address and requests that you make to the internet. So when I'm surfing for torrents or doing things, what it does is it randomizes my IP address, so you can't see that it was actually me. Okay, and what that does is it hides it hides those things that I do. It anonymizes my access to the internet somewhat. You can still be found. If any of the alphabet boys were looking for you, they could still find you. Okay, but others, what PureBlock does is it runs and it watches every request coming in and going out. If you were to ever watch what was going on here, how many people are trying to get into you and pull information from you, state and enterprise, scientific and telecommunications, these people are trying to access, they're scanning your ports. They're hitting the ports on your computer every second of every day. Government agencies, universities, everybody, they're scanning your ports. They're trying to get in. Okay, so PureBlock allows you to see and control that those port scans. Now, PureBlock is not one of those things that I would put on client machines. This is for your machine. Okay, and it anonymizes your actions on the internet. Okay. The next one that I'm going to have you get is Malwarebytes. Okay. You don't see anything either? Yeah, go ahead. Let me stop sharing. And I'll share that screen again.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. Does it goes out every now and again, huh?
No, not when you put it on the screen.
No, I'm always on screen though. I haven't left. I haven't stopped sharing. Just when you all tell me that you can't see it, that's when I don't know that. I'm always sharing. So when you can't see the screen, y'all let me know.
Gotcha.
All right. So I typed in Malwarebytes, and we can download the free version. Okay. There it is, and the download begins. And we go open. And we're going to go English. Speak American. We're going to go next. Accept. Okay. I always look here. Make sure they've got nothing else checked. And if they do have something else checked, read it. If it is not the product, if it's an additional product, remove it. You do not need, you're looking for one thing and one thing only. Fine. So now we've got Malwarebytes. And I can run that over to this screen. And we can see that Malwarebytes is in fact installed. I can scan the system, and this will do. So what do we choose in the select list? All of them, they're all fine. All of those lists you want checked. Oh, I didn't put a link for Malwarebytes. There's Malwarebytes. And let me put these links in the room too. Same time. I didn't, y'all are spoiled because I didn't do this with the other class. I didn't put them out there. I came into the class, I said it, I threw it out there, and I walked away. I ain't put them in the Malwarebytes. PureBlock is what you're talking about? and downloads page, and then you go down there. Okay, and I'm going to put this in the room. Done. Okay, so we now have Malwarebytes running. Yeah, look at it. And so the truth is, you notice that I'm talking about a number of products, right? This is because you have to take a multi-pronged approach to security. I told you that these people are scary, and the security is the #1 area that they are concerned with. Well, again, the reason is because they're the #1 people out there doing malicious shit. So you have to take a multi-pronged approach to security. In order to keep your system running and doing the things that you want it to do, you must take security very seriously. Yes, free download. Everything that we're given, that you're seeing here today, with the exception of Endpoint, is free. So you see that Malwarebytes found something that the other product did not. Right? All right, so now, while that's running, now the other thing is this. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, because I do a lot. You see I do a lot. Look at my system resources. I have the i7 Extreme core, so that means that my system actually has 8 processors. I have 8 processors that are running constantly on every thing that I choose to do. So I've got hundreds of windows open. Yeah, I've got an awful lot going on. And so you hear me saying, okay, so now let's just do this. And I forget that, you know, I'm on a system that is pretty beast. Yeah, let me repost the semantic because people joined late. And I'll put it into the room as well. She is such a geek. Listen to her. She's 100% correct. It is one processor that has 8 cores or execution units. I didn't close the book. Saturday Sandbox. She's going to keep y'all in the book, see? Have they been keeping up? I didn't even ask, just because you know how I'm excited about the Sandbox. I know. I know. I ain't going to confuse you, I hope. So, I got Malwarebytes rocking. Not a problem, brother. That's Malwarebytes. And you want to download that and install. That's what I'm running on the screen right now. Okay, and so we want to get that running. We've got peer block. We've got Glary utilities. The next thing that we want is SpyBot search and destroy. Okay, so we're going to go to the download. Free edition. There's the free. Okay, so let me throw that in the room as a link. You missed Glary utilities? Yes. Did you get the Glary utility screen? That's a very, very good tool. You didn't get it? All right, I'll get it to you. You was like the first one in the room. I don't know how. So you're gonna download the Spybot, and you know, here's the thing. Look at what we're doing. We're going to mirrors. This is this is sites that are not the site that we're on. They're redirecting us to someone else's site that is hosting that file. Security wonks, which is okay. But these are outside of this place. So what happens is when you get to this place, you're looking for, so I'll show you. We'll go to Foss Hub, right? And I'll go to download here. We get here, they got other stuff. There's other stuff all over this page. And generally, depending on the site, when you click I want to download, you're not downloading the thing that you thought you was. Right? In fact, look here. Okay, there's the download. But it's actually pretty difficult to find where to download this from, right? This is because you're on a partner site, right? So we're going to go ahead and download the Spybot. And you see that there? That is running. Okay, so now the Spybot's done. I'm going to go ahead and open that file. And we'll run it. Again. You may not have the resources to run all of these programs. Can you still see my screen? All right. And so look at them, look at them, look at them. And don't want to donate. Yeah, leave it at the top. Yep. That's fine. On a user, I'm going to leave it like that. With that, I'll run it manually. I accept the agreement. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Uninstall the older versions. Next. And it asks a couple of questions over there. It's uninstalling Spybot. Okay, so now we continue with the installation. Schedule regular system scans, it's fine. Schedule immunization refreshes, that's fine. So you have to boot programs every day, run programs manually, daily. No, no. These tools that I'm putting on your computer, they're going to actively monitor, and they're also going to actively update themselves. So manually, when do you need to run them? Maybe once a week. Maybe when you see there is that the machine is slowing down, or there's anomalous behavior on it. But it's not something that you need to be on top of every day. I mean, unless you're going to places that are sketch, you know, I can't call that. You know, I don't know what you be doing out there. Whose machine? Whose machine did we see, man? We saw someone's machine. And Rose, you're looking for the link to Spybot? This will bring you there. Okay, so that's the Spybot. And now, Malwarebytes ran, and they're non-malware items, but they are gathering files. They look to gather information. Okay. So I can remove those. I don't need them there. Well, you know what? I go to this lyrics site. I look up lyrics. So, you know, I might add an exclusion for that. I constantly go and look up lyrics. Okay. Cam Studio, offer manager. Yeah, I don't need to see that. I don't need to have them making offers to me. And I'm not going to restart now. Okay. Finish cleaning. And the machine is fairly good. Again, my machine generally stays good. Right? And so now I finished installing the SpyBot. So I'm going to go ahead and run that. And start a system scan. And I'm going to configure it. It opened up a bunch of boxes. I've never, so this is a new version of SpyBot. I haven't run it in years. So what do we see here? So these are the various tools that they've got. Update the tools. Make sure you have the latest definitions. Everybody can still see my screen and everything that I'm doing. When you say what kind of a link? You want to, you mean on this screen here? Elita, do you mean on the screen that you see on my, yes? Wait a minute. You can talk to me, Queen. Elita. Can you hear me? So you want to download from here. Can you all still hear me? All right, there's mighty quiet in the room. All right. All right, so you can see it's done the updates. Updates are available. I think it's still scanning for various updates. Yeah, it is. So it's scanning to see what's available. When you install it, it does not have the latest updates or definitions. Wait, okay, so Elita, which link? Are you talking about what I was showing on screen? I don't know what you mean. You mean, are you looking at my screen right now? No, I didn't answer it. Wait. What link you talking about, Queen? I'm not sure which link you're talking about. Every link that I put in the room, you want to click on. And I'm going to put them into the Elite Mojo room anyway. So look at that. You see that there's an awful lot of updates for this. $124 updates. Yep, Foss Hub's fine. Foss Hub's fine. You'll click in, and then you'll download it right there on the words. Click on those words. right? So that's the, and so now it's looked at the updates. Now I need to update them. And now it'll install them. Okay. So everything is now up to date. And now, as you see, is first step remove Norton? Yes. Remove all of your applications. Your Avast, your Panda, your Norton, your Kaspersky, all antivirus applications that you have ever had, remove them. Semantic endpoint will be the only one that you will ever need again. You remove by going to Start, Control Panel, Programs and Features, and then you will find the appropriate application. If you've got Norton, get rid of it. Whatever that application is, Kaspersky, Avast, all garbage. All absolute garbage. The tools that I'm showing you are the ones that you will use. Okay. They will solve all, that's why I was getting to the story and I forgot to get there. I didn't finish it. But working with an MSP, if you bring your computer into a store to be cleaned, you're going to come in, you're going to tell me what's going on with your machine and all the rest of that. Fine. And then I'm going to bring it into the back of the bench. I already know what the problem is. I'm going to install these tools from a thumb drive, and I'm going to run them on your computer. While I'm running them, I'm going to call you up and say, oh, yeah, we've looked at the computer. It's going to take a couple of hours. We see where the problems are. I said it earlier, managed service provider. It's someone that so a managed service provider manages the services for a company. We take care of your computer problems. We take care of your telephone system. We take care of your backups and your servers. We keep all of your viruses clean, and you pay us a monthly fee. And it saves companies because now they don't have to have an on-site technician where they're paying for your health insurance, where they're paying for your unemployment insurance and all of these different things. It saves the organization's money. So a managed service provider provides that service for them. We maintain and watch your servers 24 hours a day. And so if you call me one time a month or call me 30 times a month, it doesn't matter. You're paying me the same amount of money. Right? You get 12 contracts like that, and you're good. You're really good. Okay? So that's the explanation of what a managed service provider is. Thank you, Queen. But you would also do residential work. People would come in with their computers off the street, right? Or people would come from those companies that you were helping, and they'd bring their computer to be serviced. Okay, you walk in the door. We're taking your computer. We're going to put it under the bench. We're going to install these free tools. We're going to run these free tools. While those tools are running, we're going to reach out to you and we'll say, yeah, we looked at your computer. It's kind of bad. There's problems. It's going to take our technicians a couple of hours. The cost is probably going to be about $250. Do you want us to continue with that? And you're going to say, oh, yes, okay. Now, what happens is we charge you $75, $100 for the diagnostic. For you to leave that computer in my shop and look at it, I'm charging you $100 just to diagnose what the problem is, okay? And what I'm going to say is, and that diagnostic charge will be rolled into the total, right? So if you decide to have the work done, then that diagnostic charge comes off the total. So when I say it costs $250, well, you already paid $100, so they only owe me $150, right? So it makes it feel better. But if you decide that you don't want me to do the work on the computer, I'm still keeping that $100. Okay? And that's the way that works. So you brought your computer in to get fixed. They called you up with that song and dance, and anybody that's had their computers fixed, the things that I'm saying to you right now is stepping on your toes. You're probably feeling some kind of way because this is exactly what they did. They installed these free tools on your computer. They ran those free tools. They then, once the computer was clean, removed those free tools, called you up, charged you $250, gave you your computer, and you went back home and infected it again. Right? I can't tell you how many times they would call back a day, 2 days later and say, whoa, it's back again. But when you were here, we logged in, I showed it to you, you could see that everything was working, the problem was gone. So you went back home and you reinfected it. It's not that, so you don't have any warranty on antivirus work, right? So you went back home with this computer and you reinfected it through your habits. We can take care of it. It's going to cost you again. See? And then we're going to put the same free tools on it. I've done it over and over again. This is how it works. This is how this game works. It's exactly highway robbery, but that's exactly how it works. There's no science. They know what they, come on. Yeah, they're using free tools. This class here, if you don't go and get a job in technology, you will never pay anybody to fix your computer again. Ever. And what's going to happen, and when I say you don't get a job in technology, and I already levied the challenge, first person to make $100 gets a free all-in-one reader from me. First person to make $100 with what you have learned or what you are learning through this A+ certification class, I will buy you an all-in-one reader, which is the equivalent of beyond what the registration cost was. Okay. So we've got, I'm going to do a restate. I do a restate. I say things, and you will find that this is a psychological game happening on you right now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, what was that? P. Diddy said, I'm mind fucking you right now. Okay? It is a psychological game. I need you to remember. I need you to be able to repeat. What are the 5 things that you're going to need on a computer in order to be able to clean it and get that user to a baseline? You're going to need glary utilities. You're going to need peer block. You're going to need spy bot. You're going to need malware bytes. Okay? And the last one is C cleaner. C cleaner stands for crap cleaner. Okay? I'm going to go to the place that created it, that's Puriform, and I'm not going to go to the sponsored ad. You see where it says ad right there? Don't click on the ads. Don't click on the links that say ad. Click on the actual link. I know who the company is. That's Puriform. We're going to click in there. Okay? And I'm going to throw this link in the room. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and download CCleaner. We're going to get the free one. We like free. And we're going to download it. Okay? Again, 95% of the problems that you're going to encounter on any computer anywhere in the world will be solved using these 5 tools. Okay? The other problems that you will encounter are going to require a troubleshooting methodology. You're going to have to be able to listen to the issue and isolate it. Okay, what can't it be? Again, all problems are solved using a process of elimination. What can it not possibly be? Right? When you eliminate things, so failures so failures are a gift because it tells you what's not true. So I can rule this out as being true. That's not true. So I don't have to look at that anymore. Okay? So what's the next thing that I can say is not true? I take that, I eliminate that. It's not true. It's out of the equation. And I begin to whittle down the field of possible solutions, right? And so we get closer, we get closer. And again, as I said, I love Sherlock Holmes. And the quote was, when you have eliminated all that is impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. It must be the truth. So it's a process of elimination. And I say this because if you can repeat that sentence or that phrase in an interview, oh, you know why? Because I'm using so much processing right now. Okay. I'm going to stop this. Yeah, because I've got a lot of processing going on. Is it coming through any clearer? Is that any better? Yeah. Can you hear me now? No sound? You can't hear me at all now? Any better? Okay. All right. Yeah, what happens is I was using a lot of processing power. Oh, Rose said it was coming through choppy. Ah, that could be. So the other thing is, I'm using processing power. You are probably using processing power. If you're following along with me, yeah. If you're following along with me, then you're using your system resources. And so with that in mind, it's going to slow things down a little bit. Okay. But so, again, given the knowledge of the fact that 95% of the computer problems in the world are going to be solved using these 5 tools. Somebody repeat them. What were the 5 tools I said?
Query,
Okay.
peer block, malware, C cleaner. Bye bye.
There it is. You should have these on a thumb drive. You should also, if you do not have a Google address, get a Gmail address. Gmail has got 15 free gigs of storage space. I keep the tools that I'm going to need to be able to solve a computer problem on that Gmail drive. I don't care if I'm in Abu Dhabi, I can still solve the problem. It doesn't matter where I am. I got access to my drive, I can solve the problem. When I go into a work site, I have a bag, but the only thing in my bag is fruits and nuts and books and like that. Nothing. The tools that I need are my mind. That's it. Maybe a screwdriver. Single screwdriver, and I'll take down a small government. Quick. So we get the C cleaner, right? And we can go ahead and hit analyze. And no, you're not going to close my Google Chrome. Just do the analyze. And what it's going to do is it's going to look at, how do I got, look at this. I got temporary internet files in Internet Explorer, and I don't use Internet Explorer. It's crazy. McAfee, where does McAfee come from? Yeah, see this, all this garbage? Got to go. Got to go. Run the cleaner. And that's gone. Okay? And so again, note, if you will, that each of the tools that I've run has found different things. Each and every one of them has gone through this system and found something else that it would fix. These are trusted tools. You should, and they're going to probably update themselves on a regular basis. Or each time you open it, it'll prompt you to update them. But these are going through, and each one of them, so I went to registry, and I'm going to scan for issues. Each one of them is going to go through and it's going to look at a different set and subset of data. And they're all very good tools. So this found, where's the number of objects? It usually had a number. It counted them for you. But this found a number of objects. Errant firewall rules. You see various issues, right? AutoCAD, things that I had and removed, DVD shrink, lots of stuff in here. And these are registry entries that are no longer valid. And all this does is increase the size of my registry, right? All this does is make my machine more slow. So we run the CCleaner, it scans for those issues, it's found them all. I'm going to fix those issues. Do I want to back up the registry? Generally, it is a good idea to create a backup, okay, so you can always restore. I've never needed to. I've never had a problem with it. It fixes the 96 issues. My machine will be running faster. There is no question I will have more resources and my system will be running faster having done this. Okay. As you can see. And here you go, my install list. So what we're looking at is the applications that are installed on my computer, and as you can see, they are many. Does it all need to be here? Probably not. Oh, there's another application that I might suggest is Defraggler. Defraggler is a really good app. I'm going to drop a bunch of tools in the room as I see them, because again, what happens is we'll go through this, and there's other things that I'll forget, right? But I'll get some tools up in there that you'll be able to use and will be helpful for you. Why don't I, while we're talking about it, did everybody get Endpoint? The antivirus that I put in the room? No, James? No, Elita? Here is the link. All right, there is the link to Endpoint. That is the semantic tool. That is the only antivirus program you will ever need in your life. The other programs that we put on your computer today are not antivirus. A virus, by definition, is a thing that you will not see ever again, right? Viruses required user interaction, right? They required you to do something. Click on this, execute it. That's not what you're going to see today. What you're going to see is malware, spyware, phishing attacks, spear phishing attacks. These are the different things. And so what is a phishing attack or a spear phishing? Spear phishing is to send you an email, and in that email there's a link. And that link, while it might look like it's legitimate, actually redirects you to another site, which is looking to collect your information and, you know, basically attack you. Okay, that's a spear phishing attack. And so the majority of attacks are more sophisticated. Okay. And so as a result of that, you see that we have a multi-pronged approach. And as you can see, as we went through each and every one of these tools, each one of them found something different, right? So it is important to have a multi-pronged approach. You could have just one of these tools, and you obviously, there are still things on your system that are bringing you down, okay? So this allows us to do uninstalls of applications that may or may not need to be there any longer. I should probably do this because I'm sure there's a lot that I'm not using any longer that is here. But, okay. Our startup environment, again, what are those things that are starting every single time we begin our computer? Do we need them to start? Okay, so I got Malwarebytes, right? I got Spybot. I've got ATI, which is my video driver, so I need that. I've got my event manager for Epson, my printer. Do I need that? No, I'm going to disable that. Why, you know, I don't need them popping up telling me I need ink, right? AMD AVT, this is software that assists my video card. Okay. Adobe ARM Updater, do I need Adobe to be updating? I don't. I don't need that to be starting up every time I begin the computer. uTorrent, well, yes, I need that. Skype, yep, I'll use that. My Glary utility, yeah, I'll let that start up every time I start. Okay. And Google Chrome Auto Launch, what the hell is Google Chrome Auto Launch doing? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't need an auto launch for Google. So that's my startup environment. Now I can look at my Internet Explorer. What are those plugins and those things that are in Internet Explorer? And so when you've got anomalous behavior, when stuff is going weird on the Internet, first of all, I would suggest you do not ever use Internet Explorer, okay? You might want to use Internet Explorer. Do not ever use Internet Explorer, okay? And if you do, and there's these things that are popping up, things that you didn't expect, they're on your browser, they are existing here. You can come and remove these things, disable these plugins. I don't want any of that working in my browser, okay? And there are going to be some of those things that you do want, right? Google Chrome. Okay, I want my Google Drive, my ebook reader, that's fine. Okay, PDF viewer, it happens to play it in the browser, that's fine. So, and Social Fixer. If you don't have Social Fixer for Facebook, go look up Social Fixer. Yeah, it's nice. It allows me to make, I can control, you know, when they be making changes and updates, I don't have to worry about it. Social Fixer takes care of that for me. Social Fixer for Facebook, pretty nice. But so these are the applications that are loaded into my Google Chrome. So I keep my browser clean. I keep my system clean, right? That way, when I want my machine to work, I can get the performance that I need to, okay? So this session today is really about getting you all to a baseline to where your computers are operating in an optimal capacity, okay? Scheduled tasks. What are my scheduled tasks? They're all antivirus related, except for Adobe ARM. Look at this. Okay. But the rest of this, Google update. Why is Google updating? I don't need Google to update anything. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I remember what this is. I remember what that is. Yeah, that was a software. But again, we can go through and we can look at the things that your system is using on a regular basis, and we can determine whether or not we want it to happen. Leave the context menu alone. You don't need to touch it. Okay. Duplicate finder. I didn't see this. And what this will do is look for duplicate files on your system, and it will make comparisons. I'm going to have to run this, but that'll run for days. It'll make comparisons. It will show you the last time that they changed the date, and you can choose whether or not you want them or not, and you can reclaim the space on your computer. All right? Really great tools. System restore points. You can see the restore points on your system. Okay, when you do a software install, oftentimes it'll create a restore point. I turned it off, I think. This is the last class. But you can create system restore points. So that way, if you've done an install, and so sometimes when you do an install, it can have effects that you didn't want, right? And suddenly you can't do something that you used to be able to do. Well, the system restore will allow you to go back to that point in time prior to doing that thing. Okay? And so they can be very helpful and handy. An easy way to recover from a problem is by doing a system restore. Okay? You're going to get into that in the book later on, restore points and recovery and like that. But just know that there is a system restore function that's automatic on your system generally. It is enabled generally. and you can restore back to a given point in time. Okay? And this area will allow you to see the various restore points that are on your machine. They're going to be listed by date. They're going to be listed by event and event type. I installed semantic endpoint protection, and it made a restore point just prior to. So if something went wrong, you could roll back to that point. And drive wiper is to write zeros and ones to the empty space on your hard drive. Why would you do that? Because when you delete something from your hard drive, it's not actually deleted. I can run, and I'll give you that tool as well, and because that's a great, I'll get to that in a second. I can run a tool called Recover My Files, or any number of widely available forensic tools that will inspect your disk, and I will be able to find every piece of information that ever existed on that hard drive. You could have formatted it 5 times. It doesn't matter. I can still pull that data. If your drive was in a fire, as long as it spins up and works, and even if it doesn't, I might be able to put on a new controller card and still be able to pull the data off of that drive. Okay? Your computer tells on you. Your computer technician knows more about you than your hairdresser ever would. I can tell everything. Man, look, oftentimes it's more than what you want to know. They coming in, you looking at them like, look at you, freaky deaky, get out. I don't even want to touch your hand. Give me, drop the money on the counter and just go. How to get off the grid? So, off the grid entirely. So, this is the place that Echo is going. Okay. I have another class that I run, and I'll be teaching that one tomorrow. I'm running them simultaneously, so thanks for the queen. And that is the solar or photovoltaics class, where I am teaching people how to build alternative power solutions so that they can, in fact, get off of the grid. Now, off of the grid is a lot. You got to think about it. There's a lot of things that you're not going to have if you're off the grid. Xbox has gone up. Well, no, sir, you can still have your Xbox, actually. But you may have viruses. So viruses are not. They're not filling your hard drive. That's where they would go, is on your hard drive. And malware. But they're generally small executable files that call the rest of the world of viruses to you. They're tiny. They're not taking up space. No. They're taking up resources. You can't move your computer. Your mouse goes click, click, click when you try to move it. Yeah, they're stealing resources from you, not space necessarily. Okay. But the alternative power classes are directly designed for that. And everything that Echo does is really in the name of that off-the-grid self-sufficiency. There's a lot of things that have to be done. You know, a lot of people think, you know, we got a lot of, it's a very tumultuous time today, right? And a lot of people think, well, you know, revolutionary, you know, I don't want to, you know, I'm not down with this system. Well, the truth is, yeah, you are. You're tied to the system. Every single dollar in your pocket has got a picture of a slave master on it. Every time you spend one, you support and make the system stronger. These things are true. You're tied to this system. And so with that in mind, there are, you know, we want to raise our fists and we want to protest and loot and burn stuff down, and that's fine. I'm with all that. Shit, I'm with it. Okay. But the truth is, at the other side, you're not going to just need looters. You're not going to just need protesters and singers and prayers. You're going to need civil engineers. You're going to need those that are plumbers and electricians and carpenters, and you're going to need doctors, and you're going to need dentists and midwives, and you're going to need people that are in technology and can build alternative power solutions. You're going to need these things in order to provide yourself the things that someone else is no longer there to give you. Okay? And so the Echo initiatives Exactly. Exactly. The wait a minute. And Rose just gonna throw it out there, So these are the things that we have to be focused on, and so that's what ECHO looks to do, is to create proliferation of us thinking in these areas of self-sufficiency. And now I heard you say, well, damn, I want to go to the solar class. Okay, but the truth is, the solar class is it's not advanced. I've broken it down. I've built it myself, okay? And everybody can learn it. But this here is the screen door. Understanding, and again, you haven't gotten into these chapters yet, and you will. But understanding how data moves. How does the stoplight, how does the police officer know that the stoplight just, how does the camera flick when your car goes through, takes your license plate, and that's at the police station instantly, and they send you a little picture and say, I'm sending you a ticket. How does that data move? How does that data move? How does the information picture? Because all we're talking about is numbers, ones and zeros, on and off is all we're talking about. How did that picture get taken, turned into data, sent through the wire to the police station decrypts it, has that picture, and takes an action on it? It is vastly important for you to understand how communication happens today, right? Vastly important, because again, at the end of the day, we don't just need looters and rioters. We need people who understand and are fully capable of putting this thing back together again, using the things that that are nutritious and discarding those things that were poisonous, right? And that's what we have to do. So I need you to understand A+ certification and how data moves. I need you all. Ooh, let's show you some stuff. Okay, I got all 5, right? I done did all the stuff I had to do. That was the obligatory. If you all run those tools, your computers will be healthy. Let us show you, let me see here, some of the various projects that I'd love to have you all work on.
Peter?
Yep.
Did you discuss the Log Advisor?
What? Oh, no, I didn't.
Log Advisor?
No. And that's a great tool as well. You love that, don't you?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So here is this site. And I think, did I share it with you all before? Oh, no, I shared it with the solar class. I'm going to put this in here. Yes. What? Do we self-extract? You're talking about the semantic endpoint? Yes, self-extract. So Adafruit is an awesome little site that has do-it-yourself projects, tools, and items. Okay. One of our favorite things is called Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi. Can everybody see my computer? Raspberry Pi is a motherboard smaller than a credit card. This is a full computer. So what's the practical application? Well, I hate to go here, but if you wore a black hat, which is the hackers, the dark side, they call it black hat, dark side, yeah. If you were a black hat hacker, well, you could turn your coat into a computer. I could put a wireless card on here so I can scan for signals. I could take and send the video signal from this Raspberry Pi motherboard to my glasses. I could send it to my glasses. I could have a finger-based mouse, right on my fingertips, so that I could move what I see on my glass. I'd sit there. You think I was crazy? I'm sitting there playing with my finger. Yeah, but I'm actually computing. I've actually just hacked into that bank over there and just. I'm sorry, I won't say that.
Bad, just bad.
I didn't mean to say all that. I didn't mean to go all that.
Peter,
I'm rich, man.
Peter.
What? No, I'm sorry. What?
Peter, so listen. Now that you mentioned the Raspberry Pi, so I went to the thrift store like last week and I found a Sony Walkman, one of the old ones. Remember they was like the yellow ones that you could close the case, but they used to play the cassettes.
Uh-huh.
Extra boom or whatever. So I want to turn it into an MP3 player. But
okay.
I feel like that's something we could do, like, for a Sandbox.
Very easy. Very easy. But now, so MP3 player, that's one thing. You want to have speakers on it so that it's heard outside, or did you want to have that right through the speaker system that's there?
No, I just wanted, I mean, I didn't want to add speakers, but I just really wanted to play it through the regular headphones, because it came with the original headphones and all of that. Brand new, I got it at the thrift store for $3.99
You know what would be
they
beast?
don't understand.
You know what
They
would be
don't
beast?
What?
Take and turn that, so put a little mini hard drive in there and turn that into a Bluetooth MP3 player. So now you can go into somebody's car and be like, oh, y'all want to hear the hit list? Hold up. And you can pair their car with that Bluetooth player and play directly from your device.
Right. This is what I mean. Like, I want to use it mostly for playing music, but I want to actually put a Raspberry Pi. Like, I want to create it to be a system, but I'm going to use it mostly for playing music, but I want to create a whole system inside this little case. So you're going to help me figure that out.
That is easily done. That is easily done. What did he say? What do you want to see a picture of? So.
Oh yeah. I'll post a picture of the Walkman in the Facebook group so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, he doesn't know what it is.
That's funny.
No, it isn't. Oh, sweet baby white Jesus. What the hell? He doesn't know what a Walkman is. Yes, what you want to do is do an update, Elita. It says action can't be completed. Is that your old antivirus or your new? What's that, Elite? Is it new? Here, you want to share out your screen? I can give you control. You can share out your screen. We take a look at that. I'll bring y'all back to the Raspberry Pi in a minute. Make sure that, just make sure your screen is straight, because we will see everything.
Okay.
And now, if you look up at sharing, or it says share, and you can share your desktop. He don't know where the Walkman is. I'm shunning James for the rest of the day. Shun on. Shoot.
Oh my God, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Wow, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I've never used this thing before. Please forgive me barging on y'all, and I didn't even know that you guys were still here. So please continue. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. All right. So minimize this. And you're saying when you hit update here, oh, this is McAfee. Oh, wait a minute. You still got McAfee? Oh, goodness gracious. And this is Windows Defender. Oh, close that up. Oh, my. And you got McAfee.
I uninstalled the McAfee, but they telling me I need to restart my computer.
Oh, yeah, that's when it'll take effect. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, everything will take effect once I restart my computer.
Yeah, because I don't even think you're going to be able to install Semantic until you do that reboot.
I did install it.
Oh, it worked?
It said I don't know where to pick it up at or anything, but I didn't see any messages.
I'm going to take control.
Go ahead.
You have to click, yep, there you go.
Yep.
And so what I want to see is this fear block. With the program. I hate Windows 8. Here's McAfee. 14 new apps installed. You may need to I can't believe it would allow you to install without removing that McAfee, just because it doesn't usually like that. But it may have on the Windows 8.
But that's why people have so many. That's why people have so many problems, because they download all these different speed up your computer programs, and this antivirus is bumping into that antivirus because it's allowing all of these to be installed at the same time, when in essence that means that nothing's being monitored or stopped, because one is stopping the other one. So they just constantly bump ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, that is you need to get off of Windows Defender, and you'll do that in Control Panel, and get everything installed. Make sure that everything is running correctly. What am I going to shoot?
Defender.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Okay. So uninstall that now?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
What did I want to share? Screen 2. Adafruit. So, again, I like to inspire people to engage in projects. What is that? Uh-oh. It looks like WebEx is crashing.
It would crash right now. I'm finally connected. Maybe that was my fault.
Crashed. Can you all hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we.
Okay. All right. WebEx crashed on me. That's crazy. All right. Let me.
Not because of me.
What's that?
Hope it's not because of me.
No. Wow. I had 2 objects in here too. Wow, that's crazy. Let me kick out the old object.
Okay. I went to my control panel and I'm not finding Windows Defender and that message and the flag.
No, you won't. You will find it in Windows Security Center. So if you go to Control Panel, and you go to Security Center.
Okay.
That's where it'll be.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to share out really quickly the Adafruit site and the various projects that you can engage in, which are many. They got another, so you could build a old school game console, right? That's a Linux operating system. That's not even a game console. That's Linux. Yeah, this dude could go in. Yeah, that's a hacker. $34.95. Very cheap. Very cheap, easy products. Here is a computer. So I don't know if the Queen is, has gone over it yet, but what are the primary things that you need for a computer? You need memory, you need a processor, you need a motherboard, hard drive, optical out, right, so that you can see, and that's it. You don't need a case. You don't have to have a case. You also need input devices, keyboard, mouse.
Peter?
Mm-hmm.
And a power supply.
Yeah.
And the power. Okay, I'm in Windows Defender now, and I still don't see where I can uninstall it.
You can't uninstall it. You disable it.
Okay.
Microsoft makes you have it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You can disable it. Wow, these giraffes. Wait, you ever seen a giraffe fight? Hey, man. They don't be playing. They swing them heads into each other. It's crazy. So what you see right here is a full computer. That is a full computer. And so, as you see, there's a lot that you can do. I'm going to do a cell phone charger, a solar cell phone charger with a Sucrets box. You can, again, there you go. Look at the wireless keyboard and mouse. So you can control your computer. Man, look. Look. Really, really nice projects. Also, in Adafruit, they have projects that you can do with your children. Yeah, there's so much stuff that that we're gonna get into. Wait till we get into the Sandbox and I introduce you to programming. Woo! This room is gonna have a ball with that right there. We're gonna have a ball with the visual programming. But there's an awful lot of really cool projects that you can do with the kids as well. And you get them involved. Snap circuits, that's freaking awesome. That's awesome. So definitely bookmark Adafruit. Why does that? Oh, okay, okay. I didn't like that whole. All right. But there you go. Look at that. Python for Kids, Introduction to Programming. Great stuff. Great stuff to play with the kids. Right. So definitely bookmark Adafruit. This is a great little site to play with. Then you can see different solar fun things, wearable computing. You see that flexible solar panel, wearable power and wearable computing. There's just no end to the things that you can do. Right. These folk, what they always want to do is put lights on them, like somebody really needs to see them. I can see you. I don't need to see you. You know. But again, you see that that's the skill badge, and that's solar power. Turn that into a button. So lots of fun little projects to get you in the mindset of innovation. Right? Innovate. Conductive fabrics. Yeah. Yeah, going out straight Iron Man with it. All right. All right. So any questions? Did everybody get download everything? I will put everything in the room. Links will go into the room for everything that has been shared in the class today. I will also put the recording up in the room. This is a good class. This is about a 2-hour class. I'll put the recording up so that it can be reviewed and gone back over, right? But quick recap. Those tools that you have gotten today will allow you to go out and clean 95% of the computers that have a problem in the world today. If you were so inclined, you could take those tools on a thumb drive right this minute, and throw a rock in any direction that you want, and you will find that you could go to that place and say, hey, is your computer running slow? And fix it instantly. Small business, you can walk in and you can, it's not even a question. I don't have to ask you if your computer's running slow. I know it is. Everyone. If you're not a technician, I know it is. Yes, you're a customer. So now you have the tools to turn them all into customers as well. Any questions on anything that we went over today? I will, how do we get a thumb drive? What is it? It's a little USB key. Well, on screen, you see that little thing? Well, that's not a good example. But a thumb drive, look at that. It's just a little USB key that is storage. Wow, they don't have a thumb drive.
They call them flash drives now, babe. Flash drives. They are very inexpensive. You can get one anywhere from the Family Dollar to Walmart to Target, anywhere. They sell them everywhere, and it's just really small storage units. They come, minimums are now like 4 gigs, but they go all the way up to like, some of them are like 64 gigs.
Yeah, I knew a dude in China, and I was trying to get him that got 128 gigabytes. I was trying to get him because that is big. It's 128 gigabytes on a thumb drive. Woo!
And that's going to be, that type of thing is going to be the capacity that holds the music from my little media player that I'm building.
Exactly. And you access it from that.
Exactly.
Yes, you can. You can put all of the programs that I've had you download today on that device and go and fix any computer anywhere. Yes, you can. Oh, I told you. Sandbox is life-changing. We gonna do this. Trust and believe. We get into that place all together. I told you Echo becomes a family. You get in here and it's not even like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, this is a group. This is us. We gonna get there together by hook or by crook. To accommodate the things that I gave you today, you don't even gonna need the 4 gigs. The smallest one is going to be able to carry everything that I gave you today. But you're going to maybe want some other things. And there's going to be, in the Sandbox, there's going to be an awful lot of things. But these are the ones that will immediately start earning money for you right here, right now. You can feed yourselves with those 5 things that I gave you today. All right? Oh, yeah, you mean, who was that? Who's that asking about the naming? Yeah, the naming already happened, Queen. Did you have an idea? Oh, man, that was a couple of years back, man, and I don't recall. I seen my man get it and was like, yo, I'm trying to get these imported. And I'm like, yes, we need that. We were going to try to brand them, put our own company name on it, and push those things like they was drugs, man. But I ended up moving on from that position and losing contact. So I might reach out and try to find out what's up. He calls this his Walkman. He said Walkman. All right. My beloved, I'm finna go get my breakfast on. It has been my pleasure. We're going to get together again next week, and we're going to chop it up. All right. Peace and blessings. Oh, wait till we get to the programming joint. Oh, my goodness. You don't know fun yet. Wait till we get into that. Oh, I'm telling you, every class comes away from the Sandbox like, yo, yeah, let's do that some more. We're going to have a ball. Trust and believe.